The day is Friday, the 31st of October, 2025. Happy Halloween. Today's New York Times crossword is by Juliana Tringali Golden and edited as always by Will Shortz. Let's get into it. Okay, a large quantity. So it wouldn't be, I don't think, a ton or a lot or something like that because the clue has the word a in it. So I'll have to come back to that. I'll keep that in my back pocket. Something a workaholic is unlikely to say. If I'm a workaholic, then I wouldn't say that I am tired. I would not say, unlikely to say. No, I'm not sure. It's cool while it's hot. Cool while it's hot. No, not sure. Predator in a pod. So I think this would be an orca. A pod of orca is the kind of pluralized name of a group of orcas. So a large quantity. Could it be tons rather than a ton? Could be tons. Caught then. Yeah, that one's a little bit too vague at this point. Humans, gorillas, and chimpanzees. These are all apes, or let's see, simians maybe, or mammals. So orca, I'm almost 100% clear on. So the second letter in this must be an R. Humans, gorillas, and chimpanzees. Primates. Okay, there we go. Oh no, primates doesn't fit. Yes, because then SM for court doesn't quite make sense. Okay. Yeah, TP as well, so it wouldn't be primate. Although I guess I'm not 100% sold on tons either. But yeah, the fact that primates doesn't fit makes this a little bit more challenging. Okay, hot weather coolers. This could be ice something. Ice boxes or ice ice something, I reckon. Something a workaholic is unlikely to say. They won't say quit. No, that doesn't quite make sense. All right, I'll need to keep having a look. Channing of Blink Twice. I'm guessing Channing Tatum. That's the only Channing I can think of. Funny Faye would be Tina. Tina Fey of SNL, 30 Rock, Mean Girls. Wild. Not quite sure at this point. Where one may park to see the Super Bowl. That could be any number of things. Mother of a hinny. Could it be an ass? As in like a jackass? I wonder. Mother of a hinny sounds like some sort of hybrid animal, maybe, like like a horse crossed with the. Yeah, I guess a horse crossed with a donkey. Okay, maybe that's what it is. Let's see. Let's see. Humans see. How is it not primate? Yeah, right. Wild, still not sure. Green Bay. No, Green Bay. Like a bay leaf, I wonder. Yeah, not sure. Oh, it could be a type of horse. I think there's a horse called Bay. I'll have to come back to that. Emerged from. Yeah, not sure. Okay, human rights lawyer Clooney. So that's her name is Amal Clooney. She married George Clooney, the actor. Earth goddess in das Rheingold. I have to assume it's a Norse goddess. Do I have to assume that? For some reason, I associate this with Wagner, and Wagner I associate with Valkyries, and Valkyries I associate with Norse mythology. But I may well have been led myself down a garden path there. All right, apt anagram of games minus M, so GASE could be Sega. Okay. Opposite of the Latin Odi. I have no idea what Odi is. Earth goddess, yeah, nothing comes to mind, unfortunately. Emerged from. I've got two M's in a row here. I feel like it should be clearer. Emerged from. Emerged. No, nothing comes to mind, unfortunately. Cookie marketing units. So this is highlighting 48 down for some reason. Good neighbor or design a robot, for example, in 35 across. good neighbor, or design a robot? I can't even begin. What? Cookie marketing units. No, I have no idea what that could mean. Yeah, not sure. Web host. I'm also not sure about this point in a film when an iconic song sets the scene. Point in a film. I mean, in a film makes it a little bit more confusing. If it was a play, I would suggest Act One finale, because that's usually when that sort of thing happens. But films don't often have Act One finales. Let's see, web host. So is this a spider? I wonder. Could just be a spider. Decorates. Okay, yeah. So S, something beginning with S makes sense. Decorates. Okay. I'll come back to that. I'm not sure what the actual answer could be for that one, but I'm happy with spider. Let me check with them. I'll ask, perhaps. I'll ask. Let me go check. Flops. Flops. So, like if a film flops, maybe? So something ending in S, perhaps. Oh, yes. Suspicious looks. Side eyes. Great. Side eyes. Something I often get from my dachshund, but, well, he's not being suspicious. He's just being cute. Lineup. Lineup. Array. An array of things, an array of people, so on. Option at a dealership could be a lease. You can choose to lease the car at a car dealership. Pull up. Pull up. Nothing comes to mind, unfortunately. Purview could be my area, my purview, my area. Founding member of 38 Down. The UAE is in it. The founding member of 38 Down. And the UAE is in it. So Iraq or Iran? I'm guessing it's got something to do with OPEC. I think it might be OPEC. So the UAE would be in OPEC. Yes, it would make sense for Iraq to be, maybe Iran actually, to be in OPEC. So, yes, flops could be tanks. Okay, so yeah, that film flopped. It tanked at the box office. Pull up could be halt. Oh, right, yes. Halt, pull up. Yeah. Actress singer Steinfeld, I have no idea, but I have to assume the name is Haley, given what I've got leading up to it. Island home of what may be the world's oldest living olive tree. 2,000 plus years. Wow. 2,000 plus year olive tree. That's incredible. And it's on an island somewhere. Now, olives are fairly Mediterranean, I would think. Cyprus doesn't fit. Malta doesn't fit. Might be an island that's a little bit more niche than that, unfortunately. All right, what about this one? Handled press agents with a question mark. If you got a question mark on a Friday, then it's probably going to be extremely confusing. So I might need a few more crosses before I get to that. Hurry. Only 3 letters. Because I would think like stat or ASAP or something along those lines. But the fact that it's only 3 letters really makes it a bit more confusing. Overlay. Like a cover, maybe? A cover? Overlay? Hurry. No, I'm not sold on cover. I might need a bit more. So Stinky something, Stinky Pete maybe? Could be a Toy Story 2 antagonist. A Stinky Pete something? Could be. A smartphone has many of these. They have many uses. So that could be what that is. And then Caroline Kepnes thriller written partly in the second person. Could it be just you? I mean, that would make sense. Second person. You did this, you did that. Get on it could be mount. Oh, no, that doesn't work. Get on it. Get on. No, I'm not sure. Emmy Award winning actress for The Bear. So I think her name is Ayo Edebiri. She's a great actress. Terrific person. Cone something. Iconic Jean-Paul Gaultier undergarment. Cone bra, I have to assume. British monarch between William and George. Beginning with A? William and George. with A. Could it be Anne? Was there Queen Anne? There might have been a Queen Anne, actually. Easy triumph then would be a route. Word with sound or snake. Sound bite, snake bite. Spreadsheet feature could be a tab. I suppose you could have multiple tabs in your Excel spreadsheets. See, it could be I gotta run. And prayerful form of worship. Prayerful form of worship. Devotion. Doesn't quite work. Go up to. No, not sure. Port of Spain. So does that mean, how do they say port in Spain? So Puerto? Like Puerto Rico? Could be. Easily crushed. Weak, I would have thought, but that doesn't quite fit. All right, what about this? I'm back here. Good neighbor or design a robot, for example. Yeah, no, still not sure. But I do have a few more letters here. I want to say goals for some reason. GOALS. I'm not sure what that has to do with cookies or marketing. Cookie marketing units. Has this got something to do with Oreos? I feel like it always has something to do with Oreos. I'll need to come back to that. It's all around us would be the air, I would think. Move informally, like relocate. R-E-L-O, relo. Relo? Is that something people say? Relo? I don't really know. Prayerful form of, could it be adoration, perhaps? Is that a form of worship? Could be. Wow, pretty sweet. Something cool. Could be something ending in the word cool. Easily crushed. Easily crushed. I feel like it might end in R. Like ISA? No, that doesn't quite make sense. So I've got DGE here. Good neighbor or design a robot. And why are they capitalized? Why indeed? What could this be? Like a lodge or? No. Yeah, I'll need to keep pondering that. So go up to. Yeah, not sure. Some diving briefs could be speedos. So, like if you're going diving in the sea, then you could wear speedos as in as your briefs. Get on it. Hop to it could be. Could it be hop to it? I wonder. And then old-fashioned woot could be like huzzah. I guess that's how old-fashioned people used to say woot. Although, to be fair, woot feels old-fashioned at this point. Go up to, with an E. Go up to. Gosh, why is nothing coming to me? What about here? We should get out of here. Let's deuce. Let's get the heck out of here. Not really sure, but I'm feeling good about let's. So what does that mean for this island home? The island of, maybe it's Crete, actually. And it's Haley with the double E. I don't know who the Haley Steinfeld is, but it could be double E. And then Crete kind of makes sense. That's a Greek island that I've heard of. Why not? Handled press agents. Could it be irons, like ironing your clothes? You handle them and they press. They're agents of the press. Like I said, a Friday clue with a question mark is always going to be a bit of a stretch. Why not? Hurry could be run then, actually. Like run, hurry. Something along those lines. Okay, cool. Wow, pretty sweet. That's so cool. That's so cool. All right, then let's get out of here as let's bounce, of course. How do I still not have this figured out? Go up to, what? All right, good neighbor or designer robot. These are they badges? Badges? Easily crushed, aced? I'll go up to end at. Okay, that makes sense. So aced is easily crushed. Badge, So you can get a good neighbor badge or a design or a robot badge. Oh, hang on. Yes, I think I've got enough letters now to figure this out. Okay, Girl Scout troops. Okay, these are people who get badges and they and they go around selling cookies to fundraise, I suppose. Okay, cookie marketing units, Girl Scout troops. Fantastic. Hit the ceiling. For some reason, Vault comes to mind. Could it be Vault? Doesn't quite. No, it doesn't quite do it for me. It's a bit of a stretch. Overlay. Still not quite sure. Provided entrees. Could it be opened doors? Opened doors, as in entrees like entry? Possibly. Possibly. It kind of popped into my head, and I'm feeling all right about it. An overlay. Could it be like a drape? Like you drape something over something else? Because then hit the ceiling could be erupt. Okay. Upset. I feel like I need more to work with there. Yosemite Sam's role in Bugs Bunny's Christmas Carol. So a character in Christmas Carol would be Ebenezer Scrooge, being, I guess, the main fella in Christmas Carol. So maybe that was played by Yosemite Sam. I guess that would make sense. Boot could be evict, perhaps? Like boot someone out? Evict? Maybe. Sort could be type. Some sort of person, a type of person, type of thing, sort of thing. Like like a skunk's tail. What do I know about skunk tails? I know skunks can excrete a very foul-smelling odor. I don't know what really that has to do with their tail, though. Bushy? Like it's a bushy tail. Maybe it's just a bushy tail. Repeated cry at a kegger. Okay, yeah, chug. You chug, chug, chug. Mangia would be eat up, so that's Italian for, well, eat up. Mangia. City across the Rio Grande from El Paso. I think it's Juarez, right? Juarez. So then not evict, but eject. Then okay. No something mal. It's not bad. No esta. I guess so. Because upset then would be enrage. Great. Green Bay. Something to do with a tree. I've got a tree involved. Green Bay. Huh. What? And with it's got a question mark as well. So this is going to be maybe a bit too abstract for me to grasp at this point. Yeah, okay. What about emerged from? I feel like it's going to be something ending in ed, I would think. But I'm not sure. Like slammed is really the only word that came to mind, or slimmed. Emerged from. Stint. Double M is kind of odd. Emerged from. So the double M makes me think that the second letter must be a consonant. But which one is the question? No, I don't know that I have enough to work with here. I wonder if it's Elsa. I wonder if the Earth Goddess is Elsa. Could it be? What would decorates be then? Decorates like adorns or garnishes? No, I don't really know. I don't think it's Elsa. Yeah, still not sure about this Green Bay. The Onion's output. The Onion is a satirical website. So what is their output? Comedy, satire? Satire. Great. Great, great, great. Where one may park to see the Super Bowl. Oh, I guess they park. Park themselves on the sofa. That makes sense. Wild then could be feral. Right. Green Bay, laurel tree, maybe. That's so abstract. I don't know what that means. Laurel tree, is that a type of tree? I suppose it must be. Hot weather coolers. Oh, Is it not ice then? Because I feel like what could that be? Ice eaters? Like what does that mean? Hot weather coolers. No. Oh, ice waters. Oh, ice waters. Yes, it's hot. Cool down with a glass of ice water. Caught? Caught. Could it just be saw? Like I saw that, I caught that. Like I caught a TV show, something like that maybe? Oh, they're great apes. The humans, gorillas, and chimpanzees, they're great apes. Terrific. Yeah, that makes sense. Something a workaholic is unlikely to say. Um, hmm. I. Hmm. No, I'm not sure. Oh, they would be unlikely to say, thank God it's Friday. They just love working so much that they would never celebrate a Friday. Today's Friday, by the way. It's cool while it's hot. Could it be a fan? Like, I mean, that's a bit. It's cool while it's hot. Like, it cools, maybe, while it's hot. Could it be a fan or something else? I wonder. Point in a film when an iconic song sets the scene. Uh, hmm. Nothing comes to mind. Maybe it's actually not fan. I don't know what else it could be. Anyway, I'll come back to that. So a large quantity could actually be tons. I had that very early on, but wasn't convinced. But now I'm feeling okay. Point in a film. So if I've got an NE, huh? NEE. What sort of words look like that? Needle, needle something. Needle drop. Okay. I guess so. Sure, why not? Oh, stemmed from. Stemmed. Great. Stemmed from, emerged from. Great. Earth goddess, something E, something DA. Not sure. What about here? Opposite of the Latin ode. Oh, goodness me. I have no idea. All right, so it's decorates and does Rheingold. These are the ones that are going to get me to the end. Decorates. Decorates. For some reason, TR feels okay. Erde. Actually, yeah, I think ERD is how Germans say Earth. So that would make sense. Earth goddess, Erde. Cool. Decorates then? Trims? Okay, it was trims. Okay, that was Friday. How did I do? 22 minutes and 32 seconds. All right. You know, that's not too bad. I've had some rough Fridays in the recent past, and this was, I think, up in my window of tolerance where I was able to get it done in a reasonable amount of time, a time that I'm pretty happy with actually. This was a tricky one, as always, as Fridays always are, but there were no exceptionally bizarre clues apart from this one, really. Green Bay, Laurel Tree. I often I record these and then I watch them again later and I'm like, mate, it was so obvious what that meant. How did you not realize? And I'm sure many, if anyone is watching this, might think the same thing. But we got there in the end, and I'm feeling pretty good. So Girl Scout troops get their badges, and you can get a good neighbor badge or a designer robot badge, which is pretty cool. I never got any badges when I was a young boy, and I feel like that explains a lot about me. All right, that is Friday, the 31st of October, 2025. Happy Halloween, and goodbye.